Oh, it's about 48 minutes late to be Sunday night. But here today on V-Speed, very early in the morning. Hope you guys get to catch up because we have the original Rebel Racing League Truck Series here on V-Speed. I'd like to apologize for the late start here tonight, but we are going to watch back the highlights of this race here at Iowa Speedway tonight. It's the original Rebels League has put on a great show every Sunday. I'd like to thank everyone for coming in. If you're tuning in late, I'm your host, Bradley Cooper. Morgan Cook, our usual producer, out for the week, and we had some technical difficulties. I'll take partial blame for that, but let's get it down as we wrap up qualifying here today at Iowa, a very technical racetrack when it comes to the hybrid of short tracks to 1.5 miles. Of course, you put that track up there with 14-degree banking in the turns, 10 degrees on the front stretch. This four-corner D-oval, just under a mile, modeled after the Richmond Raceway. Just a crazy scenario here to put you on a short track, and overall, it's going to be a fun one. I hope you guys are as excited as I am as we get set to bring you racing. So let's take you trackside now, get the grid up on the screen. Starting on the pole here today, it's going to be Elliott Carlson. Starting up there with a 23.600, Dylan Bates is going to start to his outside. Starting in row number 2, it's going to be the 78 of Cody Boheim, with Andy Kurtz in the number 5, starting in row number 2 in 4th position. This spot goes to Kernan Church with Corey Bigley in 6th position. Lucas Lyons, a familiar name, 48 car, going to start in 7th. Brett Bieber in the 808, starting in 8th. Mark Cofield in the 97 will be in the 9th position, rounding out that top 10. It's Brandon Wallace in the 99. 11th goes to Jeremiah Holt in the 23. Josh Oswald in 17 will be in 12th. Mickey Isaac in 13th position with Rick Rube in 14th. Alan Nash in 15th position. Alex Veith in the 51 in 16th. And it goes to Trevor Ward in 17th position. Josh Smith in 18th. And rounding out that top 20 is Eric Tracy, Travis Bieber in the 114. 21st spot with Kyle Roberts. Tyler Rice in the 6th will be 22nd. Cam Arnold in 23rd. Jason Lottridge in 24th. Stephon Davis in 25th. Jacob I'm going to butcher this. Boheim, I'm going to just go with that, 26th position. Tyler Gebbin in 12th. And Spencer Schatz is going to round out this 28 truck field here today from Iowa. So now all set up down on the grid. Official pace truck stepping out on that front row to lead them around for these, I will believe, 2 pace laps here at Iowa, just under a mile. So we should get 2 of them underway. But the lights will be out in case we don't. Let's set to go green for the first time today. Going to elect to start on the outside, actually, for the 09, so interesting call there. Elliott Carlson going to try that outside. It gets a pretty good run off the exits of the corner, so should be pretty good for him here. I have to wait and see, as we will take that additional pace lap. Let's put that points battle up on your screen right quick. Of course, Elliott Carlson, starting on the pole, also going to be leading the points coming into today. Just over with 16 points. Cody Boheim in at second spot. Corey Bigley Brett Bieber and Stephon Davis, that top 5. An actual tie for 4th to 5th position. Brandon Wallace just outside of that top 5 by 6 points. It goes all the way back to Brian Thomas. The 20th position here was 144 points. But Pace Truck's set to get out of the way. And for the first time today, from Iowa, the original Rebels Racing League Truck Series Sunday nights about to be underway. Green flag is out. We're live and racing into turn 1. Like it paid off there to start on the outside for the most part, with the 00 barely at the line there. He gets 1 lap led after starting on the pole on the outside. Elliott Carlson trying to take back over that position, but the 91 of Dylan Bates is going to try to fight on the inside. Hard fought here. As you can see, my ticker is completely broken. Carlson ahead of Bates. The positions not quite favorable here, doing some weird things on the ATVO overlay. That's unfortunate there, but I'll run you through the positions as best as I can. Of course, everybody doubled up. Let's see if we can restart ATVO. Maybe that'll fix it. So we'll try to restart our overlays and get everything corrected. But the 91 takes over the point, and he will lead from about lap 3 on. 09, who started on the pole, hard charge back here from the 78 onto the back bumper. Andy Kurtz, and we have a yellow out on the racetrack. Let's see if we can find out who it was. It's like a problem back here with Spencer Schatz, possibly. I think we can take an instant replay. It looks like it happens a couple trucks ahead of him here. Mark Cofield off the corner, the 97 sideways with the 47 of Josh Smith. Unfortunately, that brings out our first yellow of the day. Well, that broke it for sure, and we'll go back to the race session here in just a moment. But let me take a quick commercial break while we try to get this fixed and all squared away for you. You're watching the original Rebels Racing League Truck Series live on V-Speed. Well, we got it maybe fixed back here to the right thing, but Dylan Bates going to lead him into turn 1. We're back live and racing here at about lap 9. 91 into turn 1. He's going to get out to a great start here. This is just in front of Cody Pime, and of course timing and scoring going to be a little bit off here all through the night. but hopefully we can get everything squared away for you. Let's see if we got that ticker fixed. Well, it's at least showing the correct information up on the screen, but across the board, it's the 91, the 78, the 009, and Andy Kurtz back here in the 4th position. Very Bigley in the 5th spot, just behind him. A lot of racing going on this 0.85 mile racetrack. Deeper into this field, Alan Nash sideways coming off of turn 4. He's going to get the save. And the Winn-Dixie 27 holds it together at least for another lap, but he's got 3 or 4 trucks behind him. Kyle Roberts, Travis Bieber, Alex Veith all trying to get by. There's the 51 down to the inside. The 114 of Travis Bieber into 3 and 4. 14 of Trevor Ward. Into the wall there a little bit on the exit of turn 4, across the nose. And a truck blinking out, but that was Jacob Boheim and the 18. I'm going to pronounce it Bohm. I'm not really sure on this one. I apologize to the names being butchered out here tonight. But the lead stretches out. I know you don't have a distance on your screen here, but it's just over 0.3 of a second. And Cody trying to catch up to him in the 78 as this race goes green for quite a few laps. They're starting to string it all together now. So as we try to hold it all together here, one truck 3 laps down that is actually showing the correct telemetry. He's back in 28th position. That's the 47 who was caught up there on that back straightaway. And it looks like he's having some connection issues as well. Go back up here towards the top 5. Corey Bigley trying to get by Andy Kurtz for that 4th spot. But the top 2 have strung out just over a second on the 009 of Elliott Carlson. And it looks like we have a caution flag out on the racetrack. Not exactly sure where this began. Looks like Mark Cofield has problems again in the 97. He was loose just a moment ago. Let's see back on the instant replay and see if we can get a look at this. Inside, taking 3 wide. That's the 03 of Jason Lottridge on the outside. Gets a little door check there from the 97, and then across the nose, out of turn 2. Hard impact with the outside wall there for Cofield, and a little blink there as well. So some connection problems with the 97, but unfortunately, that's going to bring out caution number 2 of the day. And there it is again. So we're going to break that yet again one more time, but another commercial break here on V-Speed. Take you to another moment. Maybe we'll get this thing squared away. You're watching the Originals Rebel Racing League live on V-Speed. Back here live from the Iowa Speedway. Caution number 2 out on the racetrack here today. The Originals Rebels Racing Series with Sunday Night Trucks. Dylan Bates has led the vast majority of the laps here after the 009 of Elliott Carlson started on the pole. Dylan Bates has led about 18 laps as we're 20 laps into this race. Getting set to go back green this next time by. The lights will go out on the pace truck, and replays seem to be breaking it here. So I apologize for that. We've had to take a couple commercial breaks, but we'll try to get everything squared back away. We can hit the rewind button every now and then, but it tends to break things. So for those of you that are out there watching right now, things we go through here. Get set to go back green. There's the information that'll be up on your screen. Some of it not going to be up to date with telemetry. As we'll see lap 21 here for this truck of Dylan Bates. He'll take the green back on lap 22. And we'll forever say finish on the top left of your screen, so I'll try to keep that lap count in mind. 21 laps into this race, 2 cautions here, and we're getting set to go back green for the 3rd time today. 91 Dylan Bates, green flag is out, back live in racing into turn 1. And a great restart there for Dylan Bates. He takes it into turn 1 down on the bottom side. You got to be careful as you enter turn 2 here at Iowa that you don't hit that bump up on the high side. Back here a little bit deeper, fanning out. Brandon Wallace on the outside. Gonna try to follow the 808 of Brett Bieber around. That's the 128 of Corey Bigley, falling back 1 position here. And all the way to the bottom of the racetrack for the 22. Herman Church trying to pick up some spots. Based off of his qualifying, he's collected quite a few. They're side by side back here. Rick Rube, contact with the 51 and the 6. Tyler Rice down on the bottom of the racetrack, able to hold it together though. Back up to the front, they stretch the lead out. About a 0.2 of a second lead. Cody Bilheim just off the pace here. Hasn't been able to find anything. Into the wall now, coming out of 4. Really running second, but now the 009 of Elliott Carlson working up to the back bumper. Coming out of the corner. 78 has to be careful not to do that again. That could cost him a lot of time. Here comes Nash to the inside, and just inside the top 10. Brandon Wallace racing him on the outside. These guys holding it together pretty well. Of course, 2 cautions kind of changes the strategy for a lot of these drivers. And when they pit, if we make it to green flag pit stops. Some racing going on behind them. The 15th spot, Kyle Tracy on the outside of Kyle Roberts. 35 and the 66, hard battle here. They fight to the outside. 35 not as strong on the exit, or the entry, but very strong on the exit. He'll hang back with the 67. They get a good, decent run. A little offset 3 wide there. The 6 of Tyler Rice still holding on to it, but has his hands full here for the next couple. A lot of racing going on just outside that top 10. The top 5 have pretty much settled down. Herman Church back to the inside, trying to pick up the 6th spot. Actually trying to go for a 2-for-1 special on the 808 of Brett Bieber as they come out of turn 2. Working really hard. You have to have that short track approach to every entry of one of these corners. On this stint of 29 laps into this race, these guys all trying to figure out who's going to blink first down pit road. Bates still leading, coming up on lap 30. 808 of Brett Bieber holding on to the top 5. has a hard charging Herman Church. Church started back in the 8th, or actually 5th position here for Church, trying to get back up towards that position. Not sure if that telemetry is correct based off this replay, though. He is fast. He's very loose, though, coming out of 4. He holds on to it. 27 of Alan Nash. Thought maybe he was going to have an opportunity just behind them. Brandon Wallace, who's held on to the top 10, but has the 0-1 to the inside. Big gap here between 10th position to the rest of this top 10. Riding on board with Mickey Isaac as he was trying to clear Brandon Wallace, cannot do the job. 17 of Josh Oswald. Now to the outside, they're side by side from 10th back to 17th. And fanning out. 3 wide now into 3 and 4. 17 going to try to capitalize on that situation. Not a good run off the exit for Mickey Isaac. And that does open up the position. They've somehow worked their way back up to the rear bumper of Brandon Wallace. Looks like Wallace struggling here. Sideways for the 17 into 3. 48. Lucas Lyons down on the bottom of the racetrack, sliding over the apron right in front of Bieber. He's going to hold on to it, but that was a close call there for the 48. Could have lost it all right there. He loses about 5 positions. And he'll fall out of the top 15 back to 17th spot. Meanwhile, Dylan Bates, he stretched the lead out to just over 0.7 of a second here on lap 35. Pulling away from the 78 machine. And the 78 has Elliot Carlson hot on his tail for 2nd spot. We've been green now for about 20 laps. Working their way up through this field based off of where we last saw him in position. The 60 of Stefan Davis has moved up a ton of positions. That's a perfect opportunity here for the No Next Fast, well, the Fast Repair Hard Charger Award. I mean, the spots gained by this 60 truck. He is just on the move here into the top 10, one after another. Congrats to him. Stefan Davis started back in 25th position here today. And we're getting a good look at him separate himself from the rest of this field. And he does have a lot fresher tires thus far. Compared to the rest of these guys that are 38, 39 laps in, he is on 19-lap-old tires. Another driver that's on fresher tires was Lucas Lyons, but he got loose, of course, and lost a few positions, but he's worked his way back up to 13th now, just behind the 18 of Jacob Boheim. Brandon Wallace out of the top 10 now as he finally gets past. Looks like the 18 now to the bottom. He might lose another position back to 12th. Lead stretches out even further. We look off the back on the 91. Dylan Bates has been a little bit faster than everyone else. Maybe he didn't show it in qualifying because the 009 was able to start up front. However, down 2 for the 009, and Bates, he's up 1. Just a little bit quicker here. Overall, the racing continues outside of the top 10. Here comes the 48 of Lucas Lyons on the outside of Brandon Wallace. He's going to go after the top 10 here with Josh Oswald. Looking off the back of the 17 right now, back at that 48 machine. With the 2 cautions, kind of set some of these guys up on different strategies. The 48 showing that fresher tires are going to work here. At this point 8.5-mile oval. So not a terrible day here for the 17. Started in 12th. He's kind of stuck where he is right now. I'm sure if we make it to green flag pit stops at 17, we'll rebound. Back just behind them, though, the 18, the 01, side by side. Mickey Isaac trying to hold on. It looks like we have a yellow. That's the 60. It was a hard-charging Stephon Davis into the outside wall. And heavy damage there for that machine. Let's risk it again on an instant replay. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Salty South instant replay, and he gets hit again. I believe that was the 6 truck. That's probably going to settle us back out to green flag pit stops. It does. Dylan Bates going to lead them all down pit road. You know, one quick look at that replay, it looked like maybe a technical issue there for Stephon Davis. But here they come down pit road. Into the stall there for the 91. Of course, we can actually get a look at some pit stops here with some of these drivers. 99 of Brandon Wallace has the crew out there. That is one perk of the replay. We do get to see the pit crews. Of course, Brandon Wallace here today. Well, his objective right in front of him. So you saw the sponsor on that machine? I don't know if it has anything to do with Josh Oswald, but if I saw that in my mirror, I'd probably get out of the way. So Lucas Lyons elects to stay out, 26 laps on this stint. We'll see how it pans out for him here as we continue on. I think I'd have to give the award out already, but the 60, I mean, he's on track here for that hard luck award. We'll just go ahead and announce it now. I think that this is probably his for the taking. That hard luck award gonna go most likely to him. But back to a live shot here with Lucas Lyons as we get set to double back up. It was actually this paint award that I tried to bring up there on the screen, so I apologize for that. But that paint award kind of looking like Brandon Wallace since he's going after the 17. I think it's fitting that he's right in front of him. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But it'll be Lucas Lyons, Dylan Bates, Cody Boheim, Elliott Carlson, and Andy Kurtz for this top 5 on this next restart. So older tire is going to try to overshadow the rest of this field who elected to come down and get 4 of them. Lyons trying to save that extra set in the box. Can't say that I blame him. This track very abrasive, and it really is hell on tires. But if you're in your mirror right now looking back, these guys are probably going to be 2 or 3 tenths faster than you are. And of course, Lyons struggling even with fresher tires on this machine. He was only able to get into about the 24 flats to start this race out. And the 91 of Dylan Bates has been in the 23 sevens. That's his best time. It's going to be rather difficult here, even with him starting on the outside to keep this 91 at bay. Lyons and Bates on the front row. Let's get it double back. Live and racing momentarily for the 3rd time today. Original Rebels Racing League in their truck series. Live from Iowa. Race number 9, about to be back underway. Green flag is out. Lucas Lyons gets a good start, but looks like the 91 already going to carry that momentum into the corner. The fastest truck on the racetrack, just behind the truck that's had struggles all race long for track position. And already down to the bottom of the racetrack, Dylan Bates takes it over, all within a corner. Crossover move there out of 4. Good fight back here by Lyons, but he's going to wash up the racetrack. He hits the bumps there on the apron, and the 91's going to clear him coming down the backstretch, takes it over officially, and now the 78 Cody Lime is going to get on the inside. He will take it over in 3 and 4 as well. Trying to chase down the 91. He's been trying to do it all race long, but Bates just a little bit faster in the long run. We got to about lap 15 or so before the 78 started losing ground. Your pole sitter back here in a hornet's nest with the 22 on the outside. That's Kernan Church. '22 has showed his moments here on this racetrack of getting loose. Kiernan very fast overall. He's stuck behind the 48. They're going to peek it just 3 wide here, coming off the exit of the corner. All over the back bumper, Lucas Lyons holding on for dear life. A little brush with the wall from the 22. That will make it 3 wide. The 808 down to the bottom. Brett Bieber holding it down. Contact between the 22 and the 128. Corey Bigley. Bigley using all of the racetrack, using the apron to rotate that truck. Now the 22 going to go 3 wide again. Lucas Lyons holding it up high. He's going to have the run going into 1, but he's up in those bumps. Going to wash up the track again. 3 wide, some more here. Just for the 7th position. And the 28 clears him on the outside, going down the backstretch. So Lyons is going to lose another spot. Back to 8th, back to 9th. Has more 3 wide on the inside, the 17. A little touch with the wall there across the stripe. Of course, Brett Bieber, he's in this hornet's nest the whole time since this race goes back green. 54 laps in the books when they cross the line. Dylan Bates gonna lead some more laps now, coming across the line. Well, it says 87 laps led, but couldn't say that that's official. 91 truck has been fast, though, here tonight. Andy Kurtz holding on to 3rd right now. He got around the pole sitter into the top 3. He's on the move now. Started up in the top 5 to begin the day. Kurtz relatively fast overall. So a lot of work left to be done, though, in this race. So it's all cycling through here at the short track of Iowa. Turn 2 exit wall, turn 4 exit wall has been used quite a few times. We've had 3 cautions and a bajillion lead changes. It's actually labeled as 7, so we'll just go ahead and get that graphic off. So many things break here with a replay. I would like again to apologize to everyone for the original Rebels Racing League. The race number 9 did not go live, but we are back here on V-Speed to get this coverage continued and make sure that you guys get to go back and enjoy the action. At the very least, we will try to keep this telemetry as accurate as we can. so far, based off of what I'm seeing, Dylan Bates just a little bit quicker than everyone else. Looks like some guys have struggled to even keep pace with him. Second fastest truck out on the track, though, is the 78. And Cody has been quick in his own right. We're just talking about a couple tenths here or there that Dylan Bates has been able to pull away. However, he is keeping pace, and Andy Kurtz has not had anything for him. The top three has stayed pretty consistent. Your pole sitter, who is fast in practice as well, 009 back to fourth. He has the 27 of Alan Nash on his back bumper. These guys heating up for fourth position. This continues on for what could be the deciding for the top five, the 28, the 128, Corey Bigley. He's been quick as well, but just not able to get clear of these two. They start racing side by side. It might open up the door for him to complete a pass. You see the peak to the outside there. Just briefly by Alan Nash. He's working this back and forth. Just such a tough track to get around each other. You can get stuck behind a guy for quite a few laps. You dive it down to the inside and almost have to pull a slide job to get around anybody. The opportunity presents itself. A guy might make a mistake, wash up into the outside wall. Want to check back in here with the 48 truck. The guy that stayed out, he's fallen all the way back to 20th spot. That's Lucas Lyons. He's on much older tires than the rest of this field. 44 laps is what I show on my telemetry, but it's probably a little bit more than that. Dylan Bates just stringing this thing out lap after lap, but don't look now. Looks like that 78 truck is starting to catch up to him a little bit here. Compared to that first stint where these guys ran, looks like Cody Boeheim is going to get a pretty decent run here, maybe get a shot at the 91. He's reeling him in slowly. And we'll have lap traffic to contend with here momentarily as well. You can see that machine driven by, I believe that's Kyle Roberts in the 35. He's back here, not quite a lap down yet. He does have the leaders catching up to him here as we speak. 24th position. A few trucks off the racetrack. Mark Cofield, Spencer Schatz, Stefan Davis done for the day as well. For any of you guys that are out there in the chat, I know this is a little bit delayed, a little bit behind. Connection issue there for Dylan Bates. He's been kind of struggling with that all race long. Hopefully it doesn't become a problem. Andy Kurtz starting to pull his way away from Elliott Carlson. Third spot starting to define his race as well. It's went clean and green here for quite some time. Battle here for 7th position. Down to the bottom, the 17 of Josh Oswald. He's going to complete that pass now. And now side by side again for the 808. He'll take it in 3 and 4. 22 starting to lose ground. He'll fall back to 9th. Alex Veith on the outside. 81 of Rick Rube gonna get by for the 17th position. These trucks very spread out. Started out with 28 of them. 25 still out on the racetrack. And the 24th position of Kyle Roberts at threat to go a lap down as Dylan Bates slowly works his way, leading another lap this time by. Top 3 very spread out. Great race thus far for the original Rebels Racing League in their truck series. You tune in Sunday nights at our normal time at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Again, a little delay here for the broadcast tonight. I'd also like to ask you to ignore that finish up there on the top left. And Andy Kurtz back here in the third spot, trying to hold off. It looks like Elliot Carlson figured something out, starting to work his way back to him. And then just behind them, Alan Nash playing defense against Corey Bigley. Top 10 starting to accordion back together, at least from fourth on back. Racing going on back here for 20th position. It's Tyler Gebbin in the 12 machine on the inside of Tyler Rice. Trevor Ward going to work to the outside. The 14 is going to complete that pass, so he will get around. Rainbow Ghost Machine gets clear out of turn 2. Lucas Lyons, who stayed out here long on this stint, looking to see when he'll come down pit road. He's been running the bottom of the racetrack. He has been courteous to all these guys, but how long do you want to stay out here? He's lost a ton of ground on the rest of this field. Doesn't look like he's going to have a chance at a top 10 at this pace. And with the rest of these guys just pretty much checked out. Like Kieran Church, also a little off the pace here, but I look to see some of these trucks to come down pit road very soon. Doesn't look like they're going to have an opportunity to gain much ground otherwise. Let's take a ride on board here with Dylan Bates. Show you how to get around Iowa and what he's doing a little bit different than the rest of this field. Late apex here into 1 and 2. He'll come off very close to that exit wall over the hump. Maybe touch the wall there just to let us know that he's still human. But off of 3 and 4, the dirty air from that lap truck not going to affect him at all. He'll lead another time by. Putting some more in the books for the 91 Toyota machine. This truck's just been dialed in. TBEnterprises.com gets around the 03 of Jason Lottridge. A few trucks have come down pit road. It looks like Lucas Lyons is back out on the racetrack now. He'll get 4 fresh tires. He'll be in a little bit better situation. 2 laps down now for the 48. He is going to get one of those laps back as he dives to the inside. He'll have much faster entry into this corner. 91 is going to kind of take that lane away. They'll make Lyons work for it here on the bottom of the racetrack. Almost some contact there off the corner. Has another truck behind him. That's the 18 of Jacob Boehm. They're going to go nose to tail to the bottom of 3 and 4 and get clear of your leader. This is setting up for another long run. 7,800 fire from Andy Kurtz for second spot. Second position very much up for grabs. Kurtz is showing the speed late in this run. And we've officially passed that halfway mark in this race, so green flag pit stops. This could be the money stop for some of these drivers. Lap truck on the outside, going to interfere with this battle for second position. 03 trying to get out of the way, a little off the pace here. Kurt's not going to be able to use his exit the way he normally would. He will lose a little bit of ground to the 78. Going to go into 3. So the 5 going to make work of that lap truck. And so Jason Lottridge falls back a little bit deeper into this field. Dylan Bates still your leader through the top 10. Bates behind Kurtz, Carlson, Bigley, Nash, Oswald, Bieber, Travis Bieber, Brett Bieber, and Kiernan Church, who's under fire from the 0-1. Mickey Isaac on the outside into 3. As it all cycles through, approaching green flag pit stop time. We're going to take a quick commercial break here while I reference some information to make sure I'm correct on everything. You're watching the original Rebels Truck Series live on V-Speed. Our coverage continues right after this. Back here live from Iowa Speedway. Dylan Bates still your leader, 88 laps into the books, as he'll come out of turn 4 to complete that lap 88. 78 under fire for the second position. Andy Kurtz to the inside of him. Let's see if Kurtz can finally complete this pass as they go door to door off of turn 4. Looks like they're going to stay that way as they go into turn 1. This is going to allow your pole sitter to catch up and maybe get back to the podium. Fast approaching on these green flag pit stops. A couple of these drivers have already came down. Lucas Lyons got his fresh tires. He's got one of his laps back. He is slightly faster than the rest of this field, but this will all even out once the rest of these drivers hit pit road. Kurt's still not able to quite clear him here as they go into 1. He does have a little advantage, a little slide up there on the exit into the backstretch. He will take over that second position, but a crossover move here by the 78 will have the momentum, but he'll decide to bring it down pit road. So green flag pit stops have begun. 009 of Elliott Carlson going to follow him in, and there's the 128. Corey Bigley also down pit road. Into the stall here for the 78 and 09. There's the 12 as well. Tyler Gebbin coming out of his stall. Dylan Bates still out there on the racetrack. Josh Oswald, Alan Nash. All these drivers still yet to pit, but here comes the 91 now. So you're a leader officially down pit road. Where will this cycle out? The 48 who hit pit road a lot earlier than the rest of this field. Into the pit stall here from the 91. 0-1 back out onto the racetrack. Mickey Isaac, who is battling for a top 10 position. There's the 47 who had problems earlier in this race. 91 stuck on pit road, now down and away. Looks like Dylan Bates going to cycle through just ahead of Lucas Lyons here on the exit of pit road. he will win that battle. Lucas Lyon's going to be what would cycle through her second spot after this is all said and done. Down to the inside with the 67. He's going to get around him. All these trucks on older tires, so the 91 of Dylan Bates, the first truck a lap down, but he's trying to get back onto that lead lap here. 14 in front of him. Trevor Ward on the outside. There's the 114 as well. That is Travis Bieber. This would be about second position. Alan Nash. So the 91 going to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. And Josh Oswald has stayed out. He's led a few laps here, but a yellow flag is out. Not exactly sure where this came out from. Looks like maybe Lockbridge was involved with it. Let's take it back on the rewind. Yes, it was Lockridge. Not sure what happened here. The Salty South instant replay. Oh, he gets into the 28. It's Corey Bigley. So he'll bring it down pit road, and that'll bring out another caution here. And this actually pays dividends to Josh Oswald, Alan Nash, who had stayed out on the racetrack. Most of your top 10 had stayed out. Lucas Lyons going to get kind of a bailout. Thought he might come down pit road here. But that trapped a lot of this field a lap down. Unfortunately for some of these faster guys like Andy Kurtz and such, they're going to have to get a wave bike to get back on the lead lap. Same goes for, I believe, Dylan Bates. He's going to get the lucky dog, so he'll get his right out the gate. I believe it was Eric Tracy who had just came down pit road, and I think he's going to get, it's either going to be him or Josh Oswald. Tracy actually cycled through. I'm not sure who will be the leader here. I'm going to bet it's the 17. We'll wait for iRacing to get caught up here on the timing and scoring. Bates has stayed out. He's got about 5 lap older tires than Josh Oswald. Look at all the trucks in front of these guys that have to get a wave around. So we get a good look at that. There's the pace truck, and look, we'll count all the way back to the 91 truck. A lot of trucks that got pinned a lap down because of this yellow. So now the wave arounds go. 91's going to take him into turn 1. Just having a conversation to mess with my timing and scoring. It looks like the 17 of Josh Oswald will actually be the leader. I thought so. I was a little confused on that. But Dylan Bates showing up there in that top spot there momentarily. It'll be Oswald, Nash, Bieber, Kieran Church, Rick Rube. for that top 5. Lights are out on the pace truck. 5 cautions thus far here. Cycling back through. 27 onto the outside as they get caught back up for this restart. A lot of trucks have to get caught back up to the tail end of this field if they can do so in time. Looks like they might have to extend this yellow. Doesn't look like they're going to, though. Green flag about to come out. And it looks like Josh Oswald. And they will extend the yellow. Yes. Okay. Good call there by the track stewards to do so. They'll freeze the positions and extend this one more lap. That gives us a perfect opportunity here on V-Speed to take another quick commercial break. We're watching the original Rebels Truck Series live on V-Speed. More coverage continues right after this. All right, let's try this again. 17, Oswald into turn 1. Green flag is out. We're back live and racing at Iowa. A few of these trucks that stayed out a little bit longer than everyone else benefit from the caution and take over the point. 60, I'd say 103 laps into this race. This is probably the biggest concern here for the guy that's dominated most of the day. It's Dylan Bates, who got pinned a lap down because of this yellow flag. He's got a lot of traffic to work through. He's back to 18th position here. Not the lucky dog, but he's working to the outside now. There's the 51 there that he just got by, and he's going to the outside of the 23, Jeremiah Holt. So it's Oswald going into turn 1, Alan Nash in second, Travis Bieber third. Quite a few trucks still pinned a lap down. That's Trevor Ward. Cam Arnold looks like some problems back here. Turbulent back from 11th on. Their pole sitter trying to hold on with Andy Kurtz just behind him. The 18 to the outside. You got more racing going on here. There's the 99 of Brandon Wallace. He's worked his way up to 6th position now. He's been in and out of the top 10 a couple times today. You can see them running away with this position now after that caution. Put him in a much better scenario, but Alan Nash says that's not enough. I'm going to try to take away the lead here on lap 107. Sideways there for the 17 of Oswald. Gets very loose off the exit of the corner, but he is going to stay door to door into the entry of 1. Try to pinch him down a little bit. Travis Bieber working his way as these guys run side by side, getting closer and closer. Sideways again there off the exit. Oswald loses the rear end. That allows a lead change for Nash. He'll take it over. But now the 114 getting that spot as well. 2 spots lost now. And Josh Oswald falls back a spot. A lot going on still on this racetrack. Into the wall there for the 114. Up to second, but here comes the 22 to the inside for third spot. The top 10 flipped on its head. Drivers that dominated a lot of this day, not the case anymore. The 91 way back here in 16th position, having to fight through some traffic. That caution did kind of level the playing field for Lucas Lyons. He's back up to 13th. Corey Bigley, the 128, another truck that was in this top 5. He's back to 12th. Mickey Isaac just on the edge of this top 10. He's just behind the 808 of Brett Bieber. Hurts, of all the trucks that is trying to recover, he's the furthest ahead, up to 9th. Elliot Carlson, the pole sitter, back to 8th spot. 78, I stand corrected. He's kind of shining through here as one of the faster trucks that was in this top 3. Up to 7th position, looking to go up there and steal this race away from the 91, who dominated the first half of it. Then you have the Winn-Dixie machine getting his laps led now. Come across the line for lap 114. Battle for second into turn 3. 22 to the inside. Kieran Church gonna try to hold on, play defense on that bottom line. Doesn't work. 17 of Oswald, who started this last restart up front. Now he's gonna try to go and follow the 114 of Travis Bieber around the 22. Rube has all the angles of this battle for the top 3. Doesn't look like it worked out for the 22. He tried his hand on the inside, got a little bit loose. Now he loses a couple spots, and the 81 works his way up to 4th. Brandon Wallace quietly back here on an island, but he has that 78 slowly working his way up there. Based off these RPMs, these trucks just on the verge of maybe shifting. I haven't heard it out of anyone, but it sounds like the RPM's low enough that they could probably shift down to 3rd gear. Some of these guys might elect to do that later in this run. Lap 118 underway. Lap truck in front of your leader. That's the 03. Jason Lottridge in front of Alan Nash. Well, I take that back. Not exactly sure who that is, but contact here. That's the 6 truck off the racetrack into the grass. Gonna lock it down to not bring out a yellow. But Tyler Rice down into the grass. Unfortunately, we just caught the edge of that. I don't want to try to risk breaking the stream and got a good tag there by somebody down into the grass. That's the 18 of Jacob that he's going to go around. So Nash putting the 18 truck down 1 lap. He'll be the first one on that lap down. As Tyler Rice is going to go lap down as well after the problems there on the front stretch. Church gonna try it again here. Gets back to the inside of the 81. Rube playing defense for 4th spot. New drivers on further back behind this, but it looks like the 22 a little bit faster. Just having to run an unfamiliar line to get around these 2 trucks, and it's cost him a little bit as this run's continued. like the handling of these machines is starting to be affected. Just putting the weather up, 114 degrees, the track temperature, ambient air, of course, 78. So it's very greasy and slippery out here on this race surface tonight from Iowa. And with that surprise caution, bringing the 27 of Nash up front, you know, Josh Oswald, surprising here, kind of surges back and gets ahead of these boys. He's going to be in second position, trying to chase him down, gaining a little bit of time, but overall, it looks like the 27 of Nash still a little bit faster. And if these guys continue to race side by side outside of this top three, it's only going to help that lead grow. Here's Eric Tracy in the 66, looking to the inside of Andy Kurtz, rather. Out of turn 2, doesn't have the momentum just yet. Go Bowling 67 has a little bit more fire off the exit of the corner. He will get the nose into turn 1, try to pass the 5. Remember, Kurtz, one of those trucks that got pinned a lap down. He's had to work his way through a lot of traffic and a little bit older tires here for Kurtz. 34 compared to 27 on Eric Tracy's machine. .127 laps complete when the 27 of Alan Nash comes across the line. 140 lap race here today at Iowa, about to be concluded. 13 laps to go here for Nash. And it looks like a yellow flag is out somewhere on this racetrack. Jacob Bohm or Boheim, I still can't figure this one out. This is just a strange name for me. Let's take it back on the instant replay here and find out what happened to the 18 truck. Sideways there, coming off of turn 4, slides it across the grass, hops across the... He tried several times to save that truck. Luckily, no one else involved with it, but it is enough to bring out a yellow here today. And bring out our 5th caution of the night. But we will fast forward back here. Fortunately, the replay transitions didn't work quite correctly. Now you get to see all the behind-the-scenes things that happen when that animation goes through. But at the risk of completely breaking the stream because I care that much, I tried to put it up there. We've broken it twice, but we figured it out. Alan Nash. Maybe we're going to bring him down pit road this time around. We'll have to wait and see. Doesn't look like he's going to. So a few other trucks staying out. Looks like everyone pretty much committed here. Back position so important with only 10 laps to go. We'll go back green with 7 to go. It's been a pretty good race overall, but Dylan Bates has snuck his way back up to the 9th position. He did bring it down pit road as well. He'll have much fresher tires to try to chase these guys down. Travis Bieber, Brandon Wallace, Elliot Carlson all came down pit road. quite a few guys that are outside this top 5. Going to try to take it over 37 laps of the stint there for Jeremiah Holt. He'll be the first one and elected not to pit on this caution. But it's another opportunity here on V-Speed. We're going to take another quick commercial break. You're watching. Well, it's the original Rebels Racing League Truck Series, live on V-Speed. More coverage continues right after this. Back live from Iowa, Alan Nash, Josh Oswald, the front two here. Nash electing to start on the outside. We're going to restart here with about 7 to go. Nash taking over the lead after that caution that set a lot of the front runners a lap down when they got trapped on pit road. Nash is going to try to capitalize on this restart and run away with the victory. Green flag is out for the 6th time today. Back live and racing into turn 1. Can he hold on to the win? 3 wide behind him back here. Holt in the middle. 14 of Bieber gets loose off the exit. Sets up another 4 wide off of turn 2. Sideways there for another truck. They're wrecking down the backstretch. Kurtz is involved. Cofield looks like the 48 of Lions. The Cofield machine. And they're wrecking all over the place. Cam Arnold sneaks through it, but the 47 of Josh Smith. Kyle Roberts is involved. Several trucks down this backstretch. That one's big enough. I think it does warrant another replay here. There's the big wreck starting back there. The 91, who is the dominant truck of the day. A little bit of a piece of that. There's Lions sideways. Oh, man, the 01. That was another top 10 truck that gets totaled out of this. A lot of people involved in this one. And the 48 of Lions is going to go in reverse all the way around that track. This sets up Nash for another. I mean, the more laps we tick away on this, kind of into that scenario where Nash could completely run away with the win here. Oswald, Church, Rube, and Bieber. And Bieber, of course, really loose there. Set up a couple different instances of 3 wide out of the exits of these corners. Can Nash hold on to the victory? Does Oswald have anything for him? The 91 of Bates, who was able to sneak through all of that, has worked his way back up to 6th spot. Can he get up here and challenge for the lead? One of the fastest trucks of the day. Their pole sitter just to his inside. These guys have been trapped for about 34 laps outside of this top three. Lights are going to go out on the pace truck this time by Alan Nash. Has his work cut out for him. A lot of fresh tires back there from fifth on back. I'd like to thank Original Rebels Racing League for coming over here to V-Speed, and this will be the first time that I have covered for them on the channel. Unfortunately, under weird circumstances, that I am bringing this coverage to you. I also lied about the lights on the pace truck. But if you guys are enjoying the action here on V-Speed, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We'll be bringing you flag-to-flag coverage all season long in the Original Rebels Racing League. A lot of exciting moments covered by our other producer, Morgan Cook, for everything that they put together here. I'd like to also thank Eddie Smith, and he's been a big part of this league as well. Brandon Wallace, everyone that made this possible. A lot of familiar names out here with Andy Kurtz, Jeremiah Holt, Lucas Lyons. I believe I've talked about Alan Nash, Mickey Isaac. A lot of guys out here. Mark Cofield. A lot of guys that I've raced with or talked about here on V-Speed out on this circuit here today in Iowa. But let's put it all together here for the final restart of the night. Green-white checker territory. Alan Nash on the outside. Let's go back live and racing. Can he hold on to it? Nash has fast tires behind him. The 91, the first one with those fresh tires. Green flag is out. We're back for the final restart of the night. Fanning out, 3-4 wide into one. Bieber in the middle, trying to hold on to it. Lots of contact. The 09, the pole sitter, slides across. The 91's involved. Big wreck here into three. But Alan Nash across the line here for another yellow flag. And that right there does it for the 91, who was a very dominant truck all day long. Has to take it to pit road. The 09, your pole sitter, out of this as well. This is going to extend this race. That will do it there for that restart. And the 27 of Alan Nash is going to be victorious. I thought we were going to get a green-white checkered extension, but that is the end of it here in Alan Nash, who started in 15th. He led 35 laps, and most importantly, he leads the last one. And he will be victorious here today at Iowa. He'll bring it down pit road. The victor here today for race number 9. This is typically where we would do our post-race coverage. But I think this is an opportunity for us to rewind here and watch these last couple laps. Let's take it back on the instant replay. I know we're pacing here, but we're going to watch this last lap crash on this final restart. Pay attention to the 91. Looks like the 09 comes up a little too high there in front. Gets into Travis Bieber. And it's just a big crash behind him. Some of these trucks popping engines. 23 heavily damaged. Then it's Alan Nash to come across the line, your leader. He will seal the deal with Josh Oswald getting second spot. Third position going to Kiernan Church. So we will go for that award here. I'm going to give it to the 99 of Brandon Wallace here tonight. For the V 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Award. Maybe not what everyone predicted, but it's about it was fitting here. And I'd like to thank Brandon Wallace for getting me this replay here to bring you the flag-to-flag coverage on V-Speed. We did the best with what we created on this situation, and again, hats off to everybody here in the original Rebels Racing League for the season that they've put together. And congratulations to Alan Nash. Final results up on your screen. Nash, Oswald, Church, the top three. Then it has Rick Rube in fourth position, Brett Bieber in fifth, Travis Bieber in sixth. Corey Bigley is going to come in home in seventh spot. Cody Boeheim in eighth rather. Andy Kurtz in ninth. And Lucas Lyons rounds out your top 10. 11th goes to Eric Tracy with Mickey Isaac in 12th. Maybe a little confusion here. Brandon Wallace in 13th spot. 14th goes to Eric Carlson. And everything a little bit broken here from here on out. Looks like the 18 of Boeheim going to finish in 15th. 151 of Arnold is going to round out that top 15 or 16th spot. Yeah, everything a little bit broken here on my timing and scoring. ATVO loves to do weird stuff here with the replays. Roberts is going to be in 17th, Ward in 18th, Kevin in 19th, and Bates, unfortunately, is going to come home in 20th. Holt is going to finish 23rd, Lottridge in 22nd, Smith in 23rd, Veith in 24th, Rice 25th, Cofield in 26th. Stephon Davis is going to come home 27th, and it looks like Spencer Schatz will round out your field here today. The post-race coverage, of course. Need to get that logo up on the screen. I apologize for not having that ready to go. So many things that I could have done differently here today. But I just wanted to get the coverage out here and present it the best way that I could. And, Adam Baker and Morgan Cook, the people that put this all together here, Eddie Smith and everybody, Brandon Wallace. I'd like to thank you guys for watching tonight's coverage. I was your commentator and producer of the night, Bradley Cooper. Again, hats off to everybody that was participating in this race, and we look forward to next week. We'll put on a much better show, and again, hats off to you guys. Thank you for watching, and let me know if there's anything I can do to make up for it. Until then, guys, we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.